very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can, and you do that by coming up with the answers no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Matt, and this is my dad, Chris, and we're from Liverpool.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Millie, and this is my sister, Erin, and we're from Wolverhampton.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Lucy. This is my partner, Rob, and we're from Northamptonshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Johnny. This is my older sister, Susie, and we're from Bristol.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very much indeed. Warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Here, cynically, to divide our teams like 8 workmates splitting the bill after lunch at a Mexican restaurant. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
I mean, listen, there's money for a Mexican meal with the jackpot we're building up at the moment, is there not? Two returning pairs, Susie and Johnny knocked out in round 1 last time, and Rob and Lucy knocked out in round 2. So nobody here has been through to a head-to-head as of yet. But anyone who can get through to the head-to-head has got a nice little jackpot in store.
Quite a hill of beans we've got there.
Isn't it just? Hill of refried beans.
Yeah.
That's the Mexican reference.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Thanks.
So, yes, Jen and Bob didn't win. That's basically what we're saying. So we're adding another £1,000 to it, which means today's jackpot starts off at £11,750. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, it's always going to be the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. Keep your scores low. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is History by Month. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns historical events that happened in June. Richard.
Yep, we're going to give you 7 historical questions on each board, and they're all to things that happened in June. That's the only thing that connects them. It's going to be 7 on the first board, 7 on the second board. So if you know about June history, you are laughing.
Oh, imagine if you'd only revised up to April.
Oh. Imagine you've revised July history.
Oh.
And you'd be like, oh, that'll come up. And then it's June. Oh.
Thank you. So, we are looking for the answers that match these historical clues. Here is our first board of 7. At Runnymede, King John placed his seal on this document, 15th of June, 1215. Napoleon was defeated in this battle in Belgium, 18th of June, 1815. This Frenchman, real name Jean-François Gravelet, crossed Niagara Falls on a tightrope, 30th of June, 1859. The treaty ending the war between Germany and the Allied powers was signed in this palace near Paris, 28th of June, 1919. The recently abdicated Edward VIII married this American socialite, 3rd of June, 1937. This brief conflict between the UK and Argentina ended 14th of June, 1982. And in a speech, US President Ronald Reagan urged this Soviet premier to tear down the Berlin Wall, 12th of June, 1987. I'll read those clues again. At Runnymede, King John placed his seal on this document, 1215. Napoleon was defeated in this battle in Belgium, 1815. This Frenchman, real name Jean-François Gravelet, crossed Niagara Falls on a tightrope, 1859. The treaty ending the war between Germany and the Allied powers was signed in this palace near Paris, 1919. The recently abdicated Edward VIII married this American socialite, 1937. This brief conflict between the UK and Argentina ended 1982. And in a speech, US President Ronald Reagan urged this Soviet premier to tear down the Berlin Wall, 1987. There we are. So much happening in June. Matt, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Tell us all about yourself, Matt.
So I'm 18 years old, and I'm currently a student at Edgehill University, training to be a PE teacher.
Excellent. Just first year?
Yeah, first year.
What sort of things are you learning in the first year?
Just about foundations of teaching people with additional needs, and the foundations of school sport.
Bit of whistle work?
A little bit, not too much just yet. I'm sure there's some coming.
That's second year whistle work. Yeah. And then third year is nicknames.
Of course it is.
Like just nicknames for kids. That's essentially what it would be.
Yeah. OK, now, Matt.
Yes.
What are you going to go for on our board of June events?
It's probably not the best topic that could have come up. I think I might know one.
It's another July reviser.
Yeah.
June is, June
July, August probably would have been better for me.
Exactly.
but I think I might be able to have a stab at one. And I think the treaty ending the war between Germany and Allied powers was the Treaty of Versailles.
Versailles, says Matt. Let's see if that's right. The Treaty of Versailles. How many of our 100 got that? It's absolutely right. Not bad. 47. Yes, it's off to a good start. Well done, Matt.
Yeah, nice start to the show. Well played. Yeah, it was signed in the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles.
That must have been confusing.
Yes, exactly. Because you don't
They
know.
would just be busy laughing at their reflections, going,
Look at me.
dumpy.
But that's why it cheered everybody up.
Yeah, fun. Thank you very much indeed. So, now, Erin, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Erin.
Well, I've just finished studying and I'm starting out work as a translator and interpreter.
What's the goal? I mean, would you want to, I don't know, head to the UN or something like that?
Well, that's the dream.
I mean, that's kind of the main, isn't it?
That's the ultimate goal,
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah,
We'll see.
very good. Well, good luck. We'll see.
Thank you.
I have every confidence. Obviously, I've only just met you, but you strike me as a wonderful translator. Erin, what are you going to go for on our board here?
Luckily, I think I know one answer, which is the final one. The
Yeah.
Soviet premier, I believe, is Mikhail Gorbachev.
Mikhail Gorbachev, says Erin. Let's see how many of our 100 people named Gorbachev as the Soviet premier. It is Gorbachev, 1987. 47 is the only score we have, and you pass it. 26. Very well done.
Well played, Erin. Yeah, Ronald Reagan was very much like Dion Dublin on Homes Under the Hammer. He's always saying knock through, essentially, is
yeah.
what Ronald Reagan was
Yeah.
saying. He was saying knock through East Berlin and West Berlin.
Make a
in
big
the
kitchen.
in the same way that Dion Dublin
Yeah.
would say knock through the conservatory and that slightly smaller kitchen.
And actually, the value of Germany has gone up since then, because just because people like a big kitchen.
Well, because it's now, and it's now also it's a 4-bed instead of a 3-bed.
You know, it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard. Lucy, welcome back. Lovely to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself, Lucy.
I'm a mum to two, and that's what I do at the moment.
That's
It's
enough.
a pretty full-time job.
Remind us, we've got Zach and we've got...
Amelia.
Amelia, that's right. Remind us how old they are.
Amelia is 13 and Zach is 12.
I see. OK, very good. Now, Lucy, what are you going to go for? June events. Here they are.
I can actually answer all but one. So I'm going to go for Wallace Simpson married American socialite.
OK, Wallace Simpson, Edward VIII's American socialite wife. How many of our 100 people said Wallace Simpson? It's right. 47 is still the high score until now. 52 a high score.
Very well done. Yeah, Wallace Simpson, who was the inspiration for The Simpsons. That's where they got that from.
Thank you very much indeed,
Pleasure.
Richard. Yeah, thank you. Susie, welcome. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself again.
I'm a student. I'm also a musician. I didn't say that last time.
You're a student of what?
Geography.
A student of geography, and what kind of musician are you?
Ooh, I'd say folk-ish. So it's not quite folk
folk-ish-
music, but sort of in that.
What sort of instruments
that.
do you play?
So I sing mostly, but I also play the ukulele, baritone ukulele mainly. I bought a
Baritone.
bass guitar the other day, and also dabble in the mountain dulcimer, which is,
The
could be a pointless answer. Who knows?
Well, yeah, it could. Well, that all sounds fantastic. Susie, you're the last person to have this board, so look, there are 4 little bits for you to fill in for us, if you'd like.
Yeah, I think maybe I know them all. So I think the top one is the Magna Carta. Napoleon was defeated at Waterloo. I'm guessing that the Frenchman was Harry Houdini, and I'm guessing also it's the Falklands War. So we'll go for the Falklands War.
OK, the Falklands War for the bottom one, 1982. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Falklands. It's right. Oh, 69 for the Falklands. Well, there we are.
Let's fill these in, shall we? You are absolutely right about Magna Carta. It would have been a better answer. Would have scored you 52. You are right as well about Waterloo. Again, a slightly better score, 59. This is not Houdini, but it's the best answer on the board. Charles Blondin. Charles Blondin. 5 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, we're halfway through the round. Before we come back down the line, let us just congratulate Erin on a lovely low score of 26 and commiserate with Susie and Johnny on the high score of 69. Anyway, will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more clues to historical events from the month of June on the board. And here they are. We have got... The Scots, led by Robert the Bruce, defeated the English in this battle, 23rd to 24th of June, 1314. Surname of the US Army officer whose last stand took place during the Battle of the Little Bighorn, 25th of June, 1876. This man assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo, 28th of June, 1914. The Allies invaded this region of northern France in what is known as D-Day, 6th of June, 1944. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned in this London building, 2nd of June, 1953. This Soviet cosmonaut became the first woman to be launched into space, 16th of June, 1963. And 5 men were arrested for breaking into the offices of this building on behalf of President Nixon, 17th of June, 1972. Here they are again. The Scots, led by Robert the Bruce, defeated the English in this battle, 1314. Surname of the US Army officer whose last stand took place during the Battle of the Little Bighorn, 1876. This man assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo, 1914. The Allies invaded this region of northern France in what is known as D-Day, 1944. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned in this London building, 1953. This Soviet cosmonaut became the first woman to be launched into space, 1963. And 5 men were arrested for breaking into the offices of this building on behalf of President Nixon, 1972. There we are. Johnny, welcome back. Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Johnny.
Yep, I'm Johnny. I'm a student at Bath University studying physics.
Studying physics. And what do you like to get up to when the physics is done?
I go to church.
Yeah.
Bit of a classic, but yeah, I love that. That's like, yeah, my favourite thing.
OK, good for you, Johnny. Now, 69 is your score. You're the high scorer at the moment. We need a low score from you. What are you going to go for?
Yeah, there's a couple of the history ones that Mr. Vittle, my old history teacher, would kill me for not knowing. I'm going to have to go with the region of northern France and say Normandy. OK, yeah. Normandy, says Johnny. No red line for you as you're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Normandy for the D-Day landings. It is right. Down it goes to 52, taking your total up to 121.
And that's so weird because Mr. Vittle's full name is Norman D. Vittle.
Okay, what about that?
Whoa.
There we go.
Amazing.
Thank you very much indeed. And now then, Rob, welcome back. Good to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself, Rob.
I work as a chartered secretary, and when I'm not doing that, I tend to bake and cook.
You tend to bake and cook? What's your signature dish?
I made my children's birthday cakes.
That's very good.
But I tend to do slow-cooked pies and things like that.
Ooh, what's your favourite pie?
Steak and kidney.
That's the best answer. Do you do it as a pie or as a pudding?
As both.
So steamed suet pudding.
It's a mighty fine thing.
My mouth is now watering. Now, Rob, what are you going to go for? You're on 52, which means 68 or less gets you to the next round.
I think the 5 men who broke into the Watergate building, which I think led to everything being a gate.
OK, indeed, yes. Watergate is what you're going to say. Yeah. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Watergate? It's right, and you can get below that red line. Down you go to 40. Very well done indeed. 92 is your total.
Yeah, and as Rob says, that's exactly why all scandals have gates at the end of them now. It all comes from Watergate. It's still open as a hotel, Watergate Hotel, and you can stay in room 214, which is the scandal room.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Millie, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I am a law student at University College London.
And how are you enjoying that?
I'm enjoying it quite a lot, which seems like quite an unfashionable answer.
No, I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Very, very reassuring, in fact. And when you leave UCL, do you think will you go and become a barrister? Will you become a solicitor? Which area of law do you think you will?
Well, I definitely would like to become a barrister. I like the areas most people probably would fall asleep at the thought of. Trusts, contracts, you know.
Someone's got to like those. And how great that you do. That's brilliant. Now, Millie, 26 is your score, which means 94 or less gets you into the next round.
Yeah.
Can you find answers to match these historical clues?
Well, I'm going to continue, I think, with this sort of Soviet trend and hopefully make my history teacher, Mr. Beeston, proud. I'm going to slightly risk, I think it might be right, the Soviet cosmonaut being Valentina Tereshkova.
Valentina Tereshkova. Mr. Beeston, you do the honours. Back at home, he is now saying, let's see if that's right. Here's your red line. Valentina Tereshkova. It's right, and you're through. There we are. Look at that, 14. Taking your total up to a lovely round 40.
Well played, Millie, and well played, Mr. Beeston as well. That's
Yeah,
terrific.
no,
I mean,
well played.
that's some teaching, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Anyone can teach Normandy, with respect, Mr. Vittel. But to teach and really get Valentina Tereshkova absolutely in there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nice. Now, Chris, welcome. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a civil servant. I enjoy painting, artistic painting, not painting the wall, walking the dog, generally keep myself fit. That's about
Very nice. Lots of places, lovely places for you to walk.
Yeah, we live
Within-
by the beach, so we can walk down the beach and through the woods.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's very nice.
Very good indeed. Now, Chris, 47's your score at the moment. Matt set you up very nicely there. 73 or less keeps you in the game. That board's all yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
I don't think I want to talk you through it, but I think I am going to plumb for the US Army officer as Custer.
Custer. Custer. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Custer. Here's your red line. Custer is right. You are in round 2. Very well done indeed. 60 is what it scores you. 107 is your total. Very good indeed.
Well done, Chris. Listen, since we're name-checking them, what was the name of your history teacher?
Can't remember.
There we go. That's a decent history teacher, isn't it? When you can't even remember their name. Let's fill this board in. The Scots defeated the English at the Battle of Bannockburn. Yep. Would have scored 35. Do you remember the name of the man who was assassinated?
I do not know the name.
Gavrilo Princip. That would have scored 3 points.
As soon as I said Normandy.
Wait, did you just say it?
Yeah, I said Normandy, and then in my head I went, Gavrilo Princip. And I'm fuming. Mr. Vittel, I'm sorry. Wherever you are.
Mr. Vittel.
Yeah, I've let him down.
And the Queen was crowned
Westminster Abbey.
Westminster Abbey, yeah. And that would have scored 49. So Gavrilo Princip was the best answer on the board. Well done, Mr. Norman D. Vittel at home.
Thank you very much indeed. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs because we're at the end of the first round. Oh dear, Johnny and Susie, it's you. This is the second round one departure. It's just a shame. It's too soon. Anyway, but thank you very much for coming to play. It's been good having you here, Johnny and Susie. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Down to 3 pairs. Here we are in round 2. Millie and Erin. Very well done, our low scorers there. Fantastic work. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is cinema. You can all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns films with 3 or fewer words in their titles, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the names of 4 very famous actors now. We're just simply looking for any feature film made for cinema release starring one of those actors which has 3 words or fewer in its title, please, according to IMDb up to September 2019. So any film with 3 words or fewer starring any of the following.
Thank you very much indeed. Just like the man said, we're not going to be changing the names of these 4 actors. They're going to stay on the board for the whole round, OK? Let's reveal them. George Clooney, Judi Dench, Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks. And we're looking for any film with 3 words or fewer in their titles, starring one of these actors. OK, Matt.
Yes. I've got a few ideas running through my head, but I think it is him who's in it, and I'm going to go for Tom Hanks and say Sully.
Sully.
Yeah.
OK, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sully. Sully is right. That's a good answer. 8. Very well done indeed, Matt. 8 for Sully.
Yeah, terrific start. Plays Captain Chelsea Sullenberger, the pilot who landed the plane on the Hudson River. True story.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, Millie.
Yeah, I'm going to also go for Tom Hanks. And I think I watched this film a couple of years ago. I think it was called The Terminal.
The Terminal, says Millie. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Terminal. The Terminal is right. 8's our only score so far. And you score 5. Very well done indeed, Millie.
Yeah, another true story, and another true story where large bits of it happen in an airport. Tom Hanks plays someone who lives in an airport.
Thank you. Now, Lucy, what would
Yes.
you like to go for?
Oh, this isn't our round, but I'm going to go for George Clooney, because who wouldn't? And Ocean's 12.
Oh, I like that. Ocean's 12. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Ocean's 12. For Ocean's 12.
Yeah, there's also a bit in an airport in that film.
Yes, that's true.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know, but there must be, surely. In a film like Ocean's 12, there's so much travel and what have you. Must be.
Surely, must be. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're about to come back down the line. Millie and Erin maintaining that low-scoring thing. Lucy and Rob a little bit ahead there. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, yes, Rob, remember, we're looking for any film with 3 or fewer words in their titles, starring any of these 4 actors.
Again, not my subject. But Tom Hanks, I think, was in a movie called Big.
Big. Yep, Big. Let's see, how many of our 100 people said Big? You're the high scorers, so no red line. Big is right. 43 for Big. Taking your total up to 62.
Yeah, he received his first ever Oscar nomination for Big. I didn't know that.
He's very good in it.
I know, but it's not the sort of film that normally gets Oscar nominations, is it? They don't really like comedies, by and large.
No. Thank you. Now, Erin. Erin, look at this. 62 is the high score, so 56 or less is your target.
OK. Well, I mean, to be honest, I could probably only answer Tom Hanks. I think he might have been in Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons. Let us see. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with Angels and Demons? He was in Angels and Demons. You are in the head-to-head. And that is a very low score. Look at that. 2 for Angels and Demons, taking your total up to 7.
Very well played. Yeah, it's the follow-up to the Da Vinci Code, which I can say because it's got more than 3 words in it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Chris, you have got a target of 53 or less. So films with any of these actors in, but with only 3 or fewer words in their titles.
Yeah, I've got this image in my head of Meryl Streep with a hole in her stomach in a film called Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her, says Chris. OK, here's your red line. Let's see if you're right. Let's see if you can get through to the head-to-head with Death Becomes Her. It is absolutely right. You are through. And down it goes to 8. Very well done. Exactly the same score as Matt in the first pass, taking your total up to 16.
Yeah, very well played. In fact, Goldie Hawn is the one. She has the hole in her stomach, and Meryl Streep's head is on the wrong way round. That's not a spoiler, I promise. It happens fairly early on. Now, there's lots and lots and lots of pointless answers here, so I'm just going to take you through a selected few. Tom Hanks, pointless answers. You could have had Cars. You could have had The Simpsons movie. You could have had Bachelor Party. Larry Crowne as well, a pointless answer for Tom Hanks. Meryl Streep, a few pointless answers here. Plenty. Ironweed, Marvin's Room adaptation, Julie and Julia, August Osage County, Into the Woods. They were all pointless answers, as were Mary Poppins Returns. Judi Dench, some pointless answers. Jack and Sarah, Tomorrow Never Dies, the Bond movie, was a pointless answer. The Shipping News, Mrs. Henderson Presents as well. And George Clooney, some pointless answers. The Peacemaker, Welcome to Collinwood, Intolerable Cruelty. Michael Clayton is a pointless answer as well for George Clooney.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. We are at the end of our second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another pair. Oh, Lucy and Rob. It's the same round we sent you home at last time. Same point in the show, I'm afraid. Anyway, it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so much for playing, Lucy and Rob. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Millie and Erin, Chris and Matt. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £11,750. But before we play that head-to-head, let's see if we can't chuck some more money into that jackpot, see if we can find some pointless answers. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many turtle species as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to put 6 answers on the board. As always, 2 of them are pointless answers. They're turtles that no one mentioned. 2 of them, however, are incorrect answers. So go for something you haven't heard of, but try and avoid those incorrect answers if you can. We've had some good success on this recently.
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. OK, well, here are 6 potential turtle species. 2 of these are incorrect, of course. Loggerhead, shredder, flatback, Kemp's Ridley, Foucault's and hawksbill. There we are. Now, Millie and Erin, you go first. You can chat out loud because it's all it's for the common good.
I, to be honest, have absolutely no clue.
Shall we go for the second to last one?
Yeah.
Just because we don't really know.
Yeah.
So we'll go for Foucault.
OK, Foucault's. Let's see if that's pointless. No bad luck. Not Foucault's. So there we are. Chris and Matt, over to you. Do you think you can find a pointless turtle on that list?
Loggerhead sounds like it might be right, but is it a bit too obvious? Flatback again, but I think we're going to go for Kemp's Ridley.
Kemp's Ridley, yeah.
Kemp's Ridley. Let's see. Is that pointless? It's right. If it's pointless, it'll be £250 to the jackpot, and it is. Very well done indeed. Fabulous work there. Kemp's Ridley, a pointless answer.
Well done, gents. And the other pointless turtle, very well done at home. If you said flatback, that's the other pointless answer there. The other incorrect answer was the nemesis of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that is Shredder. That was an incorrect answer. That's a turtle wipeout. And the other 2 scored points, Loggerhead and Hawksbill.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we've added £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to a lovely round £12,000. But who will be paying for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. Well, the first pair to win 2 questions will be paying for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer. Our first head-to-head question this afternoon is all about entertainers with geographical surnames. Richard.
Yeah, 5 pictures now of people whose surnames are also natural geographical features. We're also going to show you their initials.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 entertainers with geographical surnames. And here they are. A. K.B. B. C.R. C. J. M. D. J. D. And E. N. C. There we are. Millie and Erin, you're our golden couple. You get to go first.
C? Maybe. I know A, and we both know B. And we could take...
It can't be C because that's not a geographical feature.
Oh, yeah, it's not a geographical feature. OK.
Say A.
I think we should go for A, Kelly Brook.
Kelly Brook, say Millie and Erin. Now, Chris and Matt, do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
Yeah, we think B is Chris Rock. We think D is Jim Dale. And we think E is Nick Cave. Should we go Nick Cave?
Yeah, OK.
We're going to go for E, Nick Cave.
E, Nick Cave. So we have Kelly Brook and Nick Cave. In the order they were given, Millie and Erin went for Kelly Brook for A. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Kelly Brook. Kelly Brook is right. That takes you down to 29. 29 for Kelly Brook. Nick Cave is what you are saying, Chris and Matt, for E. Where will that end up in relation to Kelly Brook, I wonder? Nick Cave is right. Oh, it's close. And it wins it. Look at that. 26 for Nick Cave. Very well done indeed, Chris and Matt. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Well played, gents. You also would have won the point with D, because that is Jim Dale. Would have scored fewer points, would have scored 18. B would not have won you the points. I think everyone knew that was Chris Rock. But he scores 47. The best answer on the board, though, is C, starred in and co-created Upstairs, Downstairs, is Jean Marsh. And she would have scored you 7 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much. OK, now here comes your second question. Millie and Erin, you have to win this one to stay in the game, but Chris and Matt get to answer it first, so good luck. Our second question is all about shoes. Richard.
Yeah, clues about shoes. Which will you choose?
Thank you very much. Here are our 5 shoe clues. A strong outdoor shoe with perforated patterns that takes its name from the Irish word for shoe. Canary Islands-born designer whose shoes featured in a 2019 exhibition at the Wallace Collection. Cinderella loses a slipper made of this substance in Charles Perrault's version of the fairy tale. A style of shoe with a long pointed toe, often worn by mods in the 1960s. And 1948 Powell and Pressburger film starring Moira Shearer as a tragic ballerina. I'll read those again for you. A strong outdoor shoe with perforated patterns that takes its name from the Irish word for shoe. Canary Islands-born designer whose shoes featured in a 2019 exhibition at the Wallace Collection. Cinderella loses a slipper made of this substance in Charles Perrault's version of the fairy tale. A style of shoe with a long pointed toe, often worn by mods in the 1960s. And 1948 Powell and Pressburger film starring Moira Shearer as a tragic ballerina. There we are. Chris and Matt will go first.
I think the top one is brogue. Well, it is brogue, I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you go. Okay. Matt thinks that a style of shoe with a long pointed toe, a winkle picker.
Winkle picker. Say Chris and Matt. Now then, Millie and Erin, talk us through that board if you can.
Well, Cinderella loses a glass slipper.
We think because of perforated patterns, it could be brogue, the first one, but
The
doesn't
other
sound very
two-
Irish.
The other two we're really not sure of. So we'll have to guess the top one is brogue.
You're going to go for brogue. So we have winkle pickers and we have brogues. Chris and Matt went for winkle picker. Let's see if that is right for the pointy shoes worn by mods. It is. And that goes down to 36. Millie and Erin, meanwhile, have gone for the brogue at the top. Let's see if that's right. The brogue shoe. It is a brogue. And that wins the point for you. Well done. Just what you needed, 19, which means after 2 questions, you're back in the game. It's 1-1.
Yeah, well done for taking a risk, because glass slipper, you're quite right, would have scored you too many points. That would have scored you 75. The Powell and Pressburger film?
Red shoes.
The red shoes. That would have scored 18. And the best answer on the board is the Canary Islands-born designer. It's Manolo Blahnik.
Of course.
Would have scored you 3. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, it all comes down to our third and final question. Whoever wins this decider will be going through to the final to play for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about 2018 best-selling authors, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the titles of 5 best-selling books from 2018 now, and the initials of the authors. But who are these authors, please? Whoever gets the most obscure answer is going through to play for that £12,000 jackpot.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, who are these authors? Here are the books. The Ice Monster, D.W. Brief Answers to the Big Questions, S.H. Becoming, M.O. A Legacy of Spies, J.L.C. and The Last Tudor, P.G. I'll read those one last time. The Ice Monster, D.W. Brief Answers to the Big Questions, S.H. Becoming, M.O. A Legacy of Spies, J.L.C. and The Last Tudor, P.G. There we are. Millie and Erin will go first.
We don't really know that many. I think given that the top one's called The Ice Monster and is therefore probably a children's book, we're going to go for David Walliams.
David Walliams for the top one, The Ice Monster. Say Millie and Erin. Now, Chris and Matt, talk us through that board.
Sorry. I'd rather not. I think we're going to have to go with The Legacy of Spies. Yeah, I'm afraid so. A Legacy of Spies, John le Carré.
John le Carré, you're going to say for A Legacy of Spies. OK, so we have David Walliams and John le Carré. Millie and Erin said David Walliams for The Ice Monster. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. It's right. And down it goes to 21. Very well done indeed, Millie and Erin. That's a good score there. Chris and Matt have gone for John le Carré for A Legacy of Spies. Let's see if that's right. How many people said it? It is right. And that's going to be close. It's 26 for John le Carré. Wow. Very well done, Millie and Erin. After 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Very well played, yeah. All the other answers up there would have got you to the final. The brief answers to the big questions. Stephen Hawking would have scored you 15. Now, the most valuable book of 2018, the one that made the most money, is Becoming.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama is the answer, yeah, would have scored you 12 points. And the last Tudor, so that is Philippa Gregory. And she would have scored you 13, so Michelle Obama, best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, it's Chris and Matt. You've played a really strong game the whole way through today. It's been wonderful. You'll be back next time. I have no doubt you'll do just as well then. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Chris and Matt. But for Millie and Erin, it's time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Millie and Erin. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £12,000. There it is. Well done you in the final. £12,000 in the jackpot. Wouldn't it be great if you could take that home with you? What do you want to see come up on the board?
Honestly, something like reality TV, probably embarrassingly, would be very good.
I would quite like politics.
Politics, UK politics.
Yeah, would be okay.
Yeah.
We should rename today's show. We shouldn't call it Pointless. We should call it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That's actually good.
OK, shall we see what's on the board for today's show?
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got. Albums by classical crossover singers, Shakespeare's tragedies, women in science and space exploration, 2019's sporting ever-presence.
At first glance, nothing's jumping out as great for us. I think we should not do women in science and space exploration and not albums by classical crossover singers. So Shakespeare or sport?
Go for sport.
Yeah. Which sounds ridiculous to anyone who knows
It's really...
me.
OK,
Yes.
you're going to go for the 2019 sporting ever-presence?
Yeah.
OK.
OK, very best of luck. We're looking for any of the following 3 things, please. We are looking for any golfer who made the cut in all 4 majors in 2019. That's any male golfer. We are looking for any rugby player who played in every game of the 2019 Six Nations Championship. Or we are looking for any footballer who played in every Premier League match in 2018-2019. So golfers in all 4 majors, rugby players in every game of the Six Nations, and footballers in every Premier League match. Wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need is just 1 pointless answer to win that jackpot of £12,000. Are you ready?
I think so.
OK, let's put your minute up on the board. There they are, 60 seconds. Your time starts now.
Maybe
Lukaku?
Ruben Neves is a Wolves player who's good.
Yes, we'll say him.
No, but he might not play. OK, we'll try Ruben Neves, but OK. Rugby players.
I don't know who runs
Yeah,
Six
but
Nations.
I think maybe England won, but name an England rugby player. Did Roy Best play this time? Is he current or is he old?
No, I don't think he plays for me. I could name a French rugby player.
Name a French rugby player. I don't
we'll
know if
guess.
France were in there. OK, let's
In the
let's
Six
do
Nations?
Lukaku. Yeah, but they have to have got to the final, surely.
Yeah, but...
OK, quickly, do you know any golfers?
No.
OK, Lukaku, Ruben Neves. What's
Paul
Lukaku's-
Pogba. Let's
Paul
say Paul
Pogba.
Pogba.
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba.
But he won't be pointless.
Let's just say it. Paul Pogba, Romelu Lukaku and the Wolves one.
OK.
What's
Do you
his
not
name?
know any...
Ruben
Neves.
Neves.
10 seconds left.
Do you not know any rugby
No.
players? OK. we'll
Not
go
one
for
that
them
will
then.
be right.
OK, I don't think...
OK, sounds like you've arrived at your 3
I
answers.
think so.
OK, well, there you are. The time is now up. What 3 answers can you give me? And tell me which category you're answering in each case.
So we're just going to say all
from
footballers.
Yes,
Romelu Lukaku,
Romelu Lukaku,
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba,
And Ruben Neves.
and Ruben Neves.
Yeah.
OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba and
Lukaku in the
Lukaku in the middle. OK, very good. Let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Paul Pogba, we've got Romelu Lukaku, and Ruben Neves. There we are. Well, 3 answers. Any one of those could turn out to be pointless and win you that jackpot of £12,000. This is a very exciting jackpot. What would you like to do with it if you were to win that? Millie, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, my friends and I have been wanting to maybe go to South America after we graduate, and we've been talking about it and saving for it since we were at school. So it would definitely contribute nicely towards that.
That would be very nice. Erin, how about you?
Similarly, I'd quite like to go to Canada to visit some family.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. 3 answers. Let's hope one of these wins that jackpot for you. In all 3 cases, you're looking for footballers who played in every Premier League match in the 18-19 season. Your first answer was Paul Pogba. Let's find out if Paul Pogba is pointless. If he is, he'll win you £12,000. How many people said Paul Pogba? No. Bad luck. Let's move on to your next answer, Romelu Lukaku. Again, we're looking for footballers who played in every Premier League match in the 2018-19 season. For £12,000, let's find out if Romelu Lukaku is pointless. No, bad luck! 2 incorrect answers so far. Can you be redeemed by your third and final answer, Ruben Neves? And again, it's footballers who played in every match of that season. For £12,000, is Ruben Neves a pointless answer? No, bad luck! Well, there we are. That was a valiant attempt. But I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important correct answer or pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't leave with the jackpot, but you do leave with the trophy. So well done for that. And you played incredibly well across the whole show, so plenty to be proud of.
Yeah, they're all good answers as well. All played most matches in the season, of course. It's quite hard to work out someone who was ever present. Nice that you put a Wolves player at the end. There are 4 Wolves pointless answers here, which we will get to. We'll start with the golfers, though. You could have had the Swede Henrik Stenson, you could have had Louis Oosthuizen from South Africa, Matt Fitzpatrick, the Englishman Xander Schauffele as well, a rising star. You could have had Aaron Wise or Cameron Smith, well done if you said either of them, or Patrick Cantlay, Tyrell Hatton and Webb Simpson were also pointless answers there. Now, rugby players, loads and loads of answers here. You've got England, Wales, Ireland and Scotland there. Ben Youngs, Dan Biggar, Johnny Sexton, Stuart McInally. You could have Billy Vunipola, Conor Murray, Elliot Daly, Henry Slade, Keith Earls, Jamie George, Manu Tuilagi. Lots and lots of pointless answers there. Now, let's take a look at some of these footballers. No Wolves players here. We could have had Aspilicueta of Chelsea, Glenn Murray, the Brighton striker, Gylfi Sigurdsson of Everton, James MacArthur, the Palace midfielder. 4 Wolves players, Conor Cody, Joao Moutinho, Matt Doherty and Raul Jimenez were all pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of those. There's Ben Foster, Anders Townsend, Fabianski, Dubravka, Nathan Redmond as a pointless answer, as is Wilfred Ndidi. It's my favourite name player.
Yes, indeedy.
Yes, indeedy.
Thank you very much indeed. So, Millie and Erin, wonderful to have you here. I'm sorry you didn't win the jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over to the next show when we will be playing for £13,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.